Hey, it's Dillon again from the Rutgers-Camden Learning Center, and I'm here to share some more second half semester tips coming off of spring break. This video specifically is going to be focused on studying for finals, preparing for them, making sure that you're doing everything that you can to be ready for them. I know it's a very stressful time going into finals, even more stressful than midterms, so if you can get a head start on preparing for them, you'll be in good shape when it's time to take the exam. This is part 3 of the second half semester tips series, and I would recommend watching the first 2 because there might be a few tips here and there that you can use as you prepare for your exam as well. Part 1 was about studying efficiently, and part 2 was about how downtime can play an important role in that process. As I mentioned before, this video is going to be about preparing for finals, so let's get into tip number 1. Make a comprehensive list of everything you expect to be on the exam. This one is incredibly important. In order to efficiently study for the exam, you need to know what concepts are going to be on it. There's nothing worse than spending hours studying material that ends up not showing up on an exam, or running into concepts on the exam that you didn't expect to be there. It's impossible to know every little thing that will be on your final exam, but if you make sure to note when your professor mentions a concept is important and coordinate with other students to see what they've marked down, you'll have a pretty good foundation of what to expect on your final exam. Also, don't be shy to see what the professor is willing to key you in on. Once you have all of these concepts in a list, whether it's on paper or on a doc, as you're studying you can cross each one off once you feel comfortable with it and go to the next concept. Review midterm content while it's still fresh. With a few weeks to go in the semester, your midterm exam should have just been recent enough that you can remember some of the material. Before all of that material escapes your memory entirely, make sure that you're actively dedicating some of your study time to refreshing your memory on those concepts. This will allow you to allocate more time to newer concepts that you've learned as you get closer to your final exam date. If your final exam isn't comprehensive, ensure that as new concepts are being introduced each week that you're keeping them fresh in your rotation of studying. Review your grades and your final exam's effect on them. Just after the midpoint of the semester is a perfect time to assess your grades and how your remaining assignments will affect them. It's advised to study hard for every assignment, but we all know that sometimes we need to study harder than other times, depending on our standing in the class. It's important to know whether a good grade on your final will be the difference between letters for your final class grade. With this information, you can then set an acceptable grade to shoot for your final. In addition to incorporating these tips, it's always recommended to see how the Learning Center can help assist you in preparing for your final exam. You can schedule free one-on-one tutoring sessions, and also for some courses we have dedicated study time specifically for final exams. In order to stay up to date on that and to see when these study sessions might be coming up, make sure to follow us on Instagram at RUC_Learning Center. To schedule a peer tutoring session, all you have to do is go to learn.camden.rutgers.edu and hit schedule a session. I wish you the best of luck as you approach finals, and I know with these tips and others that I've mentioned in previous videos, you'll be more than ready to take on finals and finish the semester strong. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.